I'm a middle-aged white guy, and I'm making a video for other middle-aged white guys to explain the history and a little bit of the meaning behind Juneteenth. Because a lot of middle-aged white guys think Juneteenth is something new. It's not something new. And if you're a middle-aged black guy or a middle-aged black woman, feel free to comment below if I make a mistake or say something wrong. It's cool. I just think that middle-aged white guys need to tell middle-aged white guys about some of this stuff. It just means different coming from a middle-aged white guy. Okay, here we go, middle-aged white guys. On January 1st, 1863, President Abraham Lincoln issued the Emancipation Proclamation, and it went into effect. I know middle school U.S. history was a long time for most of us, so I'm going to remind you all what the Emancipation Proclamation was. It was issued during the Civil War, and it declared that all persons held as slaves in the Confederate States rebelling against the Union were free. On January 19, 1865, over 2 years after the proclamation went into effect, General Gordon Granger and his troops arrived in Texas proclaiming freedom from slavery in Texas. And 1 year later, in 1866, freedmen in Texas organized the first of what became the annual celebration of Jubilee Day, Day of Jubilee, which later became, what? Juneteenth, which we celebrate when? On June 19th, that's today. And then look, in the 1890s, Jubilee Day became known as Juneteenth, which is today. I found this one very interesting. In 1979, Democratic State Representative Al Edwards of Houston, Texas, successfully sponsored legislation to make Juneteenth a paid Texas state holiday. In Texas, of all places, that was the first state that made it a paid state holiday. That's crazy to me. Boom. By 2019, 47 states and D.C. recognized Juneteenth, although only one state, Texas, boom, had adopted the holiday as a paid state holiday for state employees. I want to know what the 3 states were that did not recognize Juneteenth in 2019. Then on June 15, 2021, the Senate passed a bill to make Juneteenth a federal holiday. So for those saying this is something made up in most recent years, it's not. It's been around since the 1800s, old white men, 1800s. This graphic is a good summary. Juneteenth has been around for 158 years. Summary, 1865, the 13th Amendment was passed officially abolishing slavery in America. In 1979, Texas recognizes it as an official state holiday. Boom, Texas, can't believe it. 1997, some guy in Boston created the Juneteenth official flag. That's very awesome. 2019, 47 states in the District of Columbia recognized Juneteenth. I want to know what the 3 states were that didn't. And in 2021, the U.S. Senate passes a bill making Juneteenth an official federal holiday. So middle-aged old white men like myself, I hope you learned something today. I hope it means something coming from another middle-aged white man. I know some of you don't like listening to people who are brown and black skinned, but maybe you'll listen to me. I don't know. It's been around for over 100 years. It should not trigger you. Let people celebrate whatever they want to. Stop complaining and stop saying, when's National White Day? Anyone who says that can just go fuck themselves. And people are asking, why is it called Juneteenth and not June 19th or some other name? Juneteenth is a deliberate combination of the words June and 19th, creating a unique name for the holiday. And quite frankly, it sounds cool to say Juneteenth. So just deal with it, okay? Deal with it. I did look it up, and there was actually 4 states that did not recognize Juneteenth in 2019. They were Montana, North Dakota, South Dakota, and quite surprisingly, Hawaii. Hawaii, I'm a little disappointed in you for waiting so long, but whatever.